Welcome back in, everyone. Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Now streaming studio, bringing you election night coverage. Again, 2023. Lots of races that we're covering tonight. Again, obviously, the big one is the mayoral race between Leary and Gaylor Baird and Suzanne Geist. But we also have several, again, city council races that we're keeping an eye on, LPS board of director races, as well as the airport authority board of directors as well. So, again, a lot to kind of keep an eye on here as we head through the remainder of this evening. Again, we have team coverage. Again, we have reporter Samantha Burnt standing by at the Suzanne Geist watch party. We heard from her earlier this evening. Also have reporter John Grinvald standing by at the Democratic watch party, and he's hopefully going to have Mayor Leary and Gaylor Baird speak here in just a few minutes. But first, again, I wanted to go back to just a look at the early vote totals. Again, these are early totals thus far. We've had one early vote drop, and actually it looks like, again, we should have more results kind of trickling in here in the next few minutes, and I think we might have actually had some results trickle in here for the mayor's race. Again, it looks like Leary and Gaylor Baird still up 61% to 39% over Suzanne Geist. Lincoln City Council District 1, this is James Michael Bowers against Taylor Wyatt. Again, still up 60% to 40%. Still, I think, waiting for some new numbers there. Bailey Fight over Tom Dudens, 54% to 46%. And that's in the City Council District 2. City Council District 3, Justin Carlson, up 69% over Alina Newman, 31%. City Council District 4, Brody Weber over Wayne Reinwald right now, 65% to 35%. The Lincoln Airport Authority Board of Directors, again, still waiting for our second drop of votes for these races, but the early votes have Chris Stokes ahead at 28%, Vanessa Emlich at 25%, Chris Hove at 24%, and Nathan Janulevich at 22%. LPS Board of Education District 4, Annie Mumgard at 68% over Alana Bruliette at 32%. LPS Board of Education District 2, this is Piyush Srivastava right now over Emily Paulin, 67% to 33%. And then District Board of Education District 6, Bob Ronner, 71% over Richard Aldag IV at 29%. So again, that's right now what we have for the early vote totals. We're going to check in really quick with reporter Samantha Burnt. Again, she spoke with Suzanne Geist earlier this evening, and she's right now at Suzanne Geist watch party. Sam, again, you spoke with Suzanne earlier this evening. What's kind of the mood there right now as some vote totals are kind of trickling in?
As you can see, it's kind of a packed house here right now, and everyone seems to be in high spirits, including Suzanne Geist. When I spoke to her earlier today, despite coming in a little behind during the preliminary results, she says she's feeling good, and they're feeling good going into the rest of the night. She told me a little bit about her priorities if she were to be voted the next mayor of Lincoln, which would be public safety, helping recruit more police officers with LPD, streamlining the system for business owners in Lincoln to create small businesses, as well as roads and improving roads and the maintenance that goes behind those. She told me that she'll be checking in with us later tonight. We'll kind of keep an update on that as we roll around to the 10 o'clock show. But yeah, everything is pretty high energy right now. We haven't heard from anyone with her campaign yet, but we'll keep you updated if we do.
Awesome. All right, thank you, Sam. We actually do have some sound from Suzanne. Sam, we'll let you go as we go ahead and play that sound from Suzanne Geist from earlier tonight.
This race has been. What an honor it's been to meet the people of Lincoln, the business owners of Lincoln, and that I have an open door policy. Whether you agree with me or disagree with me, we can get together, we can talk, and I'm committed to representing everyone.
So that was Suzanne earlier this evening at her watch party again. And unfortunately, it looks like we lost reporter John Grinvald's shot here. We're going to try and get him back up. He's hopefully going to have Mayor Leary and Gaylor Baird here for a live interview. So let me check my computer here and see if I can't get John's shot pulled back up. I got to switch. Let's see. We got to take. There we go. I think we're good now. John, we're going to go ahead and hold on. I got supers all in the wrong places. John, how are you doing tonight? What's it like over there at the Democratic Watch Party?
Bill, it has really filled out here, and you can hear now the live band being played around me, behind me. It's quite a lot of sound in here, a lot more people. We're trying to track down the mayor right now. We'll see if we get her for 9:15. We're not totally sure if we'll have her, but we will for sure have her for the 10 p.m. right at the top of the show. But so far, people are very optimistic. So in the primary, I just found this out at the primary, Lyrian Gaylor-Baird had 58% of the share of early ballots cast. For the general, for this election, she has 64%. Campaign manager says they were aiming for above 60% share of the early ballots, so they're very happy with that 64% number, and that, they say, looks really good for them in the drops to come. But we'll see where things go from here. Again, we're still trying to track down Lyrian, not sure if we'll get her in the next couple of minutes, though.
Well, that's okay. John, again, it is very loud there. Is there anyone else that you've seen kind of walking around? Again, obviously, as the incumbent mayor, Lyrian has a lot of supporters that I imagine are all probably down there tonight.
Yes, there are a lot of people that I've seen so far, city council members, state senators, a lot of Lincoln notables here tonight. And as you can hear, they're having a good time. It is quite noisy in here.
All right, well, John, I'll keep your shot up here, and we'll, if you get Lyrian, let us know. Again, kind of wave your arms at the camera.
Oh, I see her.
All right. This is
hold on.
This is the beauty of live television, folks, or this is the beauty of live streaming.
That's right. Oh, hold on, just a second.
You're all right, John.
She's having a hug right now. We're doing a live stream right now.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Awesome.
Would I be able to ask you a couple of
You
questions?
bet.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So first, I just want to ask, thank you so much for being here and talking to us. How are you feeling about the results so far?
Well, we're feeling cautiously optimistic. We're not taking anything for granted, but the numbers are looking really good, and we're having a great time tonight, just celebrating all that is Lincoln, our love for this city, and all the people who've stepped up to try to make this an even better place to call home.
So one stat that your campaign manager talked to me about is 58%. That was how much share of the early ballots you had in the primary. This time in the general, it's 64%. Tell me how you're feeling about that. Was that a big campaign goal to get those early ballot share total up?
Absolutely. This exceeded all our expectations, but then again, the people in this city never fail to amaze me. They love this community, they know it's a wonderful place, and they're coming out to make that statement.
So what do you expect from tonight? I mean, are you optimistic for the rest of the drops?
We're going to keep watching the results and cautiously be optimistic about them. I'm really excited and grateful for all of the amazing candidates who stepped up and run for office this time around. Lincoln's really fortunate to have so many wonderful public servants who are willing to run for re-election, like James Michael Bowers, and to step up and run for the first time, as we see a lot of the other council candidates and the airport authority candidates.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk. I'll see you at 10. We will talk again then. Thank you so much. Good to see you.
Take care.
All right, that was reporter John Grinvald's interviewing live incumbent mayor Lyrian Gaylor-Baird. Man, her name sometimes, it's a lot of syllables. It can be kind of tough sometimes. Really quickly, again, we've had some of the new vote totals come in. And really quickly, I want to say thank you, John, and we'll check in with John again here later on. Again, next time you see John will be during the 10 o'clock show coming up in about 40 minutes or so, where again, we'll continue to have complete coverage of the races tonight again. But our second kind of drop of votes is again beginning to trickle in, so I want to bring in those numbers. Again, Lincoln Mayor's race, again, between Lyrian Gaylor-Baird and Suzanne Geist. Again, this is with kind of the second batch of vote totals coming in, and Lyrian Gaylor-Baird still holding a lead over Suzanne Geist, 61% to 39%. And again, as I look at the Lancaster County election website, again, so far, again, it looks like we have about 41,000 ballots cast. Which, again, is a good number. The early vote totaled about 32,000. Again, they've counted about 8,800 Election Day votes thus far. So, again, the early vote breaking for Lyrian Gaylor-Baird by a pretty decent number, 20,582 to 11,413. That's just the early vote. The election day vote they've tabulated thus far does favor Suzanne Geist by just a few hundred votes, about 4648 to 4100. That's election day votes. So again, total, Leary and Gaylor Baird's at 24,682 votes to Suzanne Geist 16,061 votes. So again, that's 21% of precincts reporting right now for the mayoral race. Again, if we go through some of the city council numbers, again, right now, James Michael Bowers up 54% over with 54% of the vote over Taylor Wyatt at 46% of the vote. And again, looking at some of the early votes versus the actual election day votes, the early vote favoring James Michael Bowers, the election day vote by, again, just a couple hundred votes favoring Taylor Wyatt at this point. So again, Bowers in the lead in that race. That is District 1. I believe that is the Northeast District. If I have my city council website pulled up over here. So I got a lot of tabs open, folks. I did have it open at one. There it is. It is the Northeast District. Yes, that is correct. City Council District 2, again, this is Tom Duden versus Bailey Fight. And again, updated numbers in this race. Bailey Fight still holding a slim lead, 52% to 48%, about 7,537 votes to 7,036 votes. So that's just a difference of 501 votes so far. And again, it looks like, again, the early vote had favored Fight, and the day of vote favors Duden by just a few hundred votes. District 3, again, this is Justin Carlson, Democrat Justin Carlson versus nonpartisan candidate Elena Newman. And again, Carlson still with a comfortable lead there. And again, this is with the second round of votes coming in. 66% for Justin Carlson, 34% for Elena Newman right now. If we go to City Council District 4, Brody Weber still with a decent lead right now over Wayne Reinwald, 64% to 36%. It looks like, again, that is also with the second round of votes dropped in there as well. Lincoln Airport Authority Board of Directors, again, have additional votes in right now, 21% reporting. Chris Stokes still leading these four candidates. Again, two of these candidates will be elected to the Airport Authority Board of Directors. Chris Stokes at 29%, Chris Hove at 25%, Vanessa Emlich at 24%, and then Nathan Janulevich at 22%. LPS Board of Education District 4, Annie Mumgard over Alana Bruliette, 66% to 34%. District 2 is Piyush Srivastava over Emily Pollan right now, 63% to 37%. And the last race is Board of Education District 6. This is Bob Ronner, 66% over Richard Aldag IV at 34%. So again, right now, but that is what we have with that second round of votes in at this point. We will get another round of votes in here in about 45 minutes or so. So Bailey, that will come right in the middle of the 10 o'clock newscast. So that means if you want the latest and greatest information on all things Lincoln general election 2023, tune into 1011 tonight at 10 o'clock.
I would recommend it.
Absolutely, I would recommend it too. And we'll have all the latest election results coming in during the 10 o'clock show. So you will hopefully not see it at home, but we will be busy little bees back here behind the studios making sure we get all those latest numbers in.
Yes.
So anything so far tonight kind of like stand out to you at all or surprise you? I think everything's kind of...
It's just the typical pattern that we see with getting in the early votes and the mail-in votes and day of. It tends to be the Democrats do well with that. The earlier numbers and the margins tend to narrow as the night goes on.
I would definitely agree with that. I think that's generally the trend that we see. Again, we saw that with the mayor's race, city council races. Again, officially, again, all nonpartisan, but
Yeah.
again, most of these candidates are affiliated with some sort of political party. Bailey, we talked about it earlier again when we did our stream about an hour ago. One of the things that I just think is interesting, again, is if Suzanne Geist is elected as mayor, she'd be the first Republican mayor since Dale Young, who served a year, 1998 to 1999. He replaced Mike Johans, who served as mayor for 8 years before he was elected as governor of the state. Since then, you've had Don Wesley serve 1 4-year term, Colleen Sang served 1 4-year term, Chris Beitler served 3 terms before they made a new rule that said you can only serve 3 terms, and then Lyrian was elected over Cindy Lamb.
And I think right now, Mayor
2019.
Gaylor Baird is the highest-ranking Democrat to hold office in the entire state.
In this whole state, yep, I think that's right. So yeah, it'll be interesting to kind of see again as the numbers keep coming in what things look like. But you again spent a good part of your day coming up with some
Campaign
fun facts
finance,
and figures.
yes.
Campaign finance, and again the big takeaway is a lot of dollars poured into
way more money than in
this
2019.
race. Yeah,
we can kind of start there right now. Looking back to 2019 when Mayor Lyrian Gaylor Baird was elected, that was a record-breaking year, and she raised about $500,000. And all 3 candidates, Cindy Lamb, she was a Republican in the general, and then Lyrian and Jeff Kirkpatrick in the primary. Together, all 3 of them raised about $1 million and spent just under $1 million. So, and then just looking at this year, between all 3 candidates and if you're including Stan Parker in the primary, all 3 candidates, cash donations, in-kind donations, they're at over $3 million. And
$3 million.
Yeah, a 176% increase in money being raised in this race compared to 2019. Lyrian raised 170% more this year and in 2019.
But if you look at it candidate by candidate, at least in the general now,
it's pretty
even. It's not one,
yes.
Lyrian's not way above, Geist or vice versa.
But where they're getting the money is a little bit different. Lyrian has raised just about $1.6 million if you include in-kind donations, and Suzanne has raised just over $1.6 million in-kind donations. So pretty much a dead heat, or not just in-kind donations, but in cash and in-kind donations. They both spent around the same amount of money too, but what really sets them apart is most of Lyrian's money, $1.3 million, is from individual donations, where Suzanne's is split more. She's got more money from organizations, $900,000 of it. And between the last live stream and this one, I looked into her campaign filings more to figure out where all that money came from, and $700,000. So the vast majority of her contributions from organizations came from Sandhills Global, which are the Peed family who are behind the Together Nebraska PAC for the most part. And so that's where a lot of her money has come from. Not to say she's also gotten $700,000 in individual donations. So a lot of politically engaged people in Nebraska who are donating.
Yes.
This go around.
And you had, I believe, Suzanne Scott, who gave some money. That's
Suzanne Shore.
Suzanne Shore, excuse me.
Another politically involved family. Suzanne Shore donated $15,000 to Lyrian Gaylor Baird's campaign. You'll remember she also donated to Patty Pansing Brooks when she was running for CD2.
And she is the wife of former governor, now U.S. Senator Pete Ricketts, who Pete Ricketts donated to Suzanne Geist's campaign.
Yes, he donated $50,000 to Suzanne Geist's campaign outright, and he donated $300,000 to the Together Nebraska PAC. Which in just the last few months has spent over $500,000 on ads opposing Lyrian Gaylor Baird.
And you and I both have seen probably more ads than we would like to.
My mailbox has been full of them.
I haven't gotten, I really haven't, I've had like one person knock on my door. I really haven't had any mailers. My wife might be throwing them away before I see them. I don't know. But working at the television station, again, we're always watching TV. And we have seen a lot of ads come across the 1011 airwaves, which they should be all done. According to our sales team, there should be no more political advertising being seen on 1011, at least for the next few months.
We actually have numbers on how many ads have aired. We connected with our sales team. I think that was yesterday. It's been a long week already. it's only Tuesday at 9:15. Lyrian's campaign bought 3,382 commercial spots from 1011 and our sister stations, the other commercials the other TV channels we air. Suzanne bought 1,851 commercial spots. And Together Nebraska, the PAC supported largely by Pete Ricketts and the Pete family, bought 1,271 campaign spots. So if you're feeling like you've seen a lot of commercials, you're validated. And our sales team says that amount is 9 times what was bought in 2019.
Wow. Well,
yeah.
That's a lot of airtime.
Yes.
Any other fun facts and figures you got to get out there, Bailey?
Not right now. I did write up a story with all this information.
So you can catch that on
links
1011now.com.
so you can read more and even look up these numbers yourself at 1011. It should be published now or soon.
There we go. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much, Bailey, for jumping on. Again, it's 9:31. 10 o'clock show starts in 29 minutes. So we will have the latest kind of vote dump coming up here in about 45 minutes or so. Again, it's going to come while we're live on the air. So again, we're going to be trying to update those numbers for you during the 10 o'clock show. So again, continue to tune in 1011, both on air, online, for all of your latest election results. Again, we're going to kind of continue to pop on our live stream here. We'll go ahead and we're going to pull up 1011now.com, again, election webpage. As I kind of step away here, again, you don't want to hear me talk again for the next 45 minutes until another round of vote totals come in. I will really quickly, before we do that, though, go over, again, the results we do have. I'll go over the results we do have, and then I'll kind of toss it and just let the website kind of take care of it until that 10 o'clock show starts here, which is in about, again, 28 minutes. So again, for mayor, the mayoral race, Lyrian Gaylor Baird, incumbent, again, still leads over Suzanne Geis, 61% to 39%. That's 24,682 votes to 16,061 votes. Again, like Bailey and I kind of just mentioned, the early vote strongly favored Mayor Baird. The day of vote has favored Geist by at least a few hundred votes. We'll have to see if that trend continues enough for her to overtake that early vote lead. Lincoln City Council District 1, James Michael Bowers, again, incumbent there, Northeast District. He's up 54% to 46% over Taylor Wyatt. Lincoln City Council District 2, Bailey Fight up over Tom Duden. I believe this is the Southeast District. This is 52% to 48%, again, separated by just 500 votes, 501 votes to be exact. Lincoln City Council District 3, this is Justin Carlson, who's currently up on Alina Newman, 66% to 34%. Lincoln City Council District 4, you have Brody Weber, who's up over Wayne Reinwald, 64% to 36%. Lincoln Airport Authority Board of Directors, 2 people will be elected to the Board of Directors after the night is over tonight. Chris Stokes leads the 4 at 29%, a little over 18,000 votes for Chris Stokes. Chris Hove trailing him by a few thousand votes, checking in at 25%. Vanessa Emlich at 24%, trailing Chris Hove by just a couple hundred votes. Again, 2 people are going to be elected from here, so the top 2 finishers. So right now, again, Chris Stokes has a comfortable lead. Chris Hove fighting off Vanessa Emlich, and Nathan Janulevich, he's at 22%. At again, our station bug there is in the way, but it's 13,458 votes for Janulevich. So he's about 2,000 or so votes behind Hove for that second spot for the Airport Authority Board of Directors. LPS Board of Education District 4, Annie Mumgard at 66% of the vote, Elena Bruliette at 34% of the vote, separated by about 950 votes there. LPS Board of Education District 2, this is Piyush Srivastava versus Emily KOLN, 63% to 37%, separated by about 1,800 or so votes. And LPS Board of Education District 6, Bob Ronner versus Richard Aldag IV, 66% to 34%. Ronner has a pretty decent lead there of just under 3,000 votes, about 2,700 votes or so in that race. So again, like I mentioned, we'll go ahead and we'll pull up the 1011 Now election results webpage, and we'll send folks back there. But again, tune in about 25 minutes. 10 o'clock show starts. And again, that third vote kind of drop is going to be at roughly 10:15. So again, we'll likely get that in the middle of the 10 o'clock newscast, and again, may have enough vote at that point that perhaps we can begin to call some races. So again, appreciate everyone for tuning in and continuing to watch this election coverage from the 1011 Now streaming studio. We'll go ahead and send it to the 1011 Now election results webpage. Hi, everyone. Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Now streaming studio. Wanted to pop on really quick. Again, we're coming up a few minutes till 10 o'clock here. Let everyone know that this live stream that we currently have going right now, if you're watching on 1011now.com or any of our streaming apps, as the 10 o'clock news starts, you'll automatically be taken to the 10 o'clock news, which will stream live, again, on all of our streaming platforms. If you're watching live on our YouTube channel right now, it will continue to be the looping results from the 1011 Now election results webpage. Again, if we hear anything, again, obviously we're going to have another vote drop here in about 15 minutes or so, about 10:15. We should get those updated results to you in the 10 o'clock news here in the next 15 or 20 minutes or so. And then once the 10 o'clock news is over, again, depending on kind of where things are at, if maybe we have any victory speeches, concession speeches, we'll bring that to you live again here on the 1011 Now live stream. And again, we'll get our last kind of vote drop at about 11:15, and then hopefully, again, we'll kind of know what's what by that point. But again, just wanted to pop on, let everyone know that again, the 10 o'clock news is going to be starting here in just a minute, and that if you're watching on any of the 1011 Now streaming platforms, that you'll see the 10 o'clock news. If you're watching live on YouTube right now, you'll continue to see looping election results from the 1011 Now election results webpage. Welcome back in, everyone. Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Now streaming studio. Again, with live coverage of Election Night 2023. We just had our final batch of votes posted to the Lancaster County election website. Wanted to bring you some of those totals again right now. Watching live on the 1011 Now YouTube live stream. Again, currently, the 10 o'clock news is still in progress. So again, if you wanted to watch in the 10 o'clock news, you can find that on the streaming platforms there. But again, this is as of 10:10. Again, results for the mayor's election. Again, tightening a little bit. But Lyrian Gaylor Baird still with about a 6,500 vote lead. And it looks like there's only about 3,700 early vote and provisional ballots that will be counted next week. So that would mean that Lyrian has won re-election, I believe, without those margins. Lyrian would have won re-election as mayor of Lincoln for a second term, again, based on those numbers. Again, according to the Lincoln City General Election results, Lancaster County election website, approximately 3,000 early votes, 690 provisional and all resolution ballots will be counted later this week. And right now, the total votes, 42,072 for Lyrian Gaylor Baird, 35,404 for Suzanne Geist. So again, Lyrian Gaylor Baird with about a 6,500 vote advantage. And again, there's only about 3,700 votes left to be counted according to the Lancaster County election website. So again, I'm not necessarily in the business of necessarily calling elections, but it does look like that Lyrian Gaylor Baird has won re-election as Lincoln's mayor. So there, we'll go ahead and we'll update that. So we'll go ahead and pull this up so you can see the numbers. And there you go. Again, yeah, Lyrian Gaylor Baird reelected as mayor of Lincoln, defeating Suzanne Geist by about 8% of the vote. Again, you go back to when Lyrian was initially elected back in 2019. She had about 33,700 or so votes. So she actually increased her vote total about the same margins, terms 54 to 46 or so, but increased her vote total. And again, it looks like, again, a pretty decent turnout, 44% turnout for the general election. That's up from the primary, which is at just 23%. And again, it looks like the last go around, it was at about 37% in 2019. So 44% voter turnout. Lyrian Gaylor Baird reelected as the mayor of Lincoln to serve another 4-year term. So that's the news breaking right now. Again, as you're watching live right now on our YouTube live stream. Again, the 10 o'clock news is currently playing on our the 1011 live stream online and on our live streaming apps as well. Some other races, again, that we can take a look at here. Lincoln City Council District 1. Again, it looks like James Michael Bowers continues to lead in that race. 8,472 votes to 7,652 votes. So again, that's 53 to 47%. Again, James Michael Bowers won the early vote by about 1,500 votes, and day of vote, Taylor Wyatt has about a 600 vote advantage. So again, in total, James Michael Bowers looks like he's going to win re-election to City Council District 1. That is the Northeast District. Lincoln City Council District 2. This is Tom Duden versus Bailey Fight. Bailey Fight had kind of been in the lead for most of the night, but with this latest vote drop, Tom Duden appears to have won election to Lincoln City Council District 2, that is Southeast District, 55% to 45% over Bailey Fight. Lincoln City Council District 3, this is Justin Carlson versus Alina Newman, and it looks like Justin Carlson will win here, 61% to 39%, about 11,000 votes to about 7,000 votes. Lincoln City Council District 4, Brody Weber, looks like over Wayne Reinwald, 6,365 votes to 4,421 votes. So we're standing by again, still again, obviously watching some of these numbers come through. We're also I also have eyes on reporter John Grinvalds, who's at the Democratic Watch Party, Delray Ballroom, where Leary and Gaylor Baird spoke with Leary right around 9:15 or so this evening. Waiting to see if we might see a victory speech from Mayor Baird, again, who's won re-election. And also keeping an eye on reporter Samantha Burnt. She's at Rosie's downtown with the Suzanne Geist Watch Party. And again, seeing maybe if we have any words from Suzanne Geist in terms of a concession speech. Again, other races that we're keeping an eye on, Airport Authority Board of Directors. Again, it looks like, Chris Stokes will win election to the board, as well as Chris Hove. Again, two people winning seats on the Airport Authority Board of Directors. Chris Stokes with 32% of the vote. Chris Hove with 26% of the vote, edging out Vanessa Emlich, who had 22% of the vote by about 4,000 votes almost. And then it looks like, hold on, reporter John Grinvald saying that Lyrian is going to be at the podium, I believe, speaking here in just a minute or two. So we'll bring you that live as soon as that happens. But sorry, back to those airport board of directors. Nathan Janulevich, again, finishing in fourth with 20% of the vote. LPS Board of Education districts, Annie Mumgard winning over Elena Bruliette, 60% to 40%. Board of Education District 2, Piyush Srivastava winning over Emmy Pollen, 60% to 40%. And then Board of Education District 6, it looks like Bob Ronner over Richard Aldag IV, 62% to 38%. But obviously, again, the big one right now is that incumbent Mayor Leary and Gaylor Baird winning re-election over Suzanne Geist, 54% to 46% vote totals. That's 42,072 votes to 35,404 votes. Leary winning re-election again, according to the Lancaster County election webpage. There are still 3,000 early votes and 690 provisional and all resolution ballots that will be counted later this week. So again, that about 6,000 or so vote margin that Lyrian has over Suzanne Geist, too much to overcome. So again, that's why we're declaring that Lyrian Gaylor Baird has won re-election. Let's pop in. I think we might be hearing from John Grinvalds here. We're gonna pop in to his live stream, or pop into his live shot.
Gaylor Baird has been re-elected mayor of Lincoln, and it's a pretty decisive. This last ballot drop was very decisive. Right now, all the candidates here are speaking, and Lyrian should be talking pretty soon here. We'll have more later down the road. Reporting live in Lincoln, John Grinvalds, 1011 Now.
All right, so that was reporter John Grinvalds again, as Lyrian Gaylor Baird re-elected as Lincoln's mayor. So what we're going to do here is we're going to kind of go picture in picture here. And we can kind of see Samantha Burnt again there at the Suzanne Geist Watch Party. And we can also see again that's John Grinvald's shot also there at the Democratic Watch Party. So again, as soon as we see either Lyrian go to the podium or potentially Suzanne Geist maybe get up to say a few words, we'll take you to those speeches live as they happen. And maybe Looks like just some maybe candidates getting pulled on stage at that Democratic watch party right now. We'll kind of wait and see what's going on. And this is all kind of the beauty of live streaming right now, again, from our 1011 Now streaming studio. Again, kind of watching things unfold as they happen. Again, a little bit of backstory. Again, in terms of the mayoral election, again, Larian winning re-election. In 2019, when she won election for the first time, vote turnout was about 37%. She ended up taking about 33,692 votes in 2019, according to the final numbers. This go around, again, according to the Lancaster County election website, so far voter turnout is at 44.07%. So again, voter turnout for this general election compared to 2019 up about 12%. Up about 8% or so. And then in terms of actual vote numbers, again, so far we've had 77,812 votes. In 2019, we had 62,157 votes. So, and again, Larian picking up 42,072 votes of those. So we're going to go watch it. We're going to duck into that Democratic watch party, and we got a couple people on stage now speaking, and we'll listen to what they're saying.
All of you, all the time, all the energy, all the support, all the words of encouragement, all the time you put out there canvassing for me. Thank you so much. I'm not going anywhere. You will see me. So thank you so much, and congratulations to keeping the majority of the city council. That is awesome, and I will be backing all of you and continuing to work ahead for the next 2 years, okay? See you soon.
And next, we have my city councilor and former Lancaster County Chair, Justin Carlson.
Hey, don't we have some good Democratic candidates? Look at these signs up here. I especially want to thank you, Hannah, and the Lancaster County Democrats for all the good work, not only putting this together, they were out knocking doors, making phone calls, texting. Thank you. It doesn't happen without your work. I stand here tonight in front of you as the next city councilman from District 3. I stand here tonight knowing that it's time to get to work, and I'm ready to get to work for us. We just endured a $1.6 million negative ad campaign that positioned our city as a crime-ridden hellhole. Without a police force, impossible to do any type of business. With leaders who don't even live in town. Now, I know you agree and understand that this is ridiculous, right? This isn't the Lincoln we know. Right? We need to work to tell the good story of Lincoln, Nebraska. This is a good place. It's a place of low crime, good schools, vibrant parks, and neighborhoods. I'm so excited to serve you all on the City Council. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for all your wonderful support. I'm ready to get to work. Thank you.
And next up, we have someone who I've known since he was in high school. Our next counselor for District 4, Brody Weber.
Thank you, Lincoln. Thank you so much. Those of you who know me know that I'm a person of few words. So I will do my best job to be brief tonight. I have nothing but gratitude and appreciation and thanks in my heart for everyone in this room, for everyone who made tonight possible. But the very first group that I need to thank are my friends and my family right over here. When I decided in my final semester of law school that I would be running for city council, I knew the only way that a victory was possible was if it was a team effort. And I sat down with my family 48 hours before I decided I was running. And I asked them if they thought they could knock 800 doors every weekend, and they held that promise. Thank you so much. To my friends who had to put up with me for the last 5 months, talking about city budgets, our streets, our first responders, thank you for putting up with me and giving me the energy to keep going. I couldn't do it without you. To the Lancaster County Democratic Party and to the Nebraska Democratic Party, thank you for supporting this campaign and making sure that we have strong voices on the city council and another 4 years of strong leadership in City Hall with Mayor Larry and Gaylor Bear. Thank you, Chair Hannah Roboleski, and thank you, Chair Jane Klebb. Campaigns don't happen without endorsements, as you're all well aware. I want to thank the organizations that supported me. Specifically, I want to thank Planned Parenthood for supporting this campaign in the primary. You guys were with me from the very beginning. Thank you, Planned Parenthood. To the Lincoln Central Labor Union, who was with me in the primary, thank you. When labor does better, we all do better. And that means the firefighters who were with me, Local 464, who was with me in the primary, IBEW, and so many others. And to the elected officials that were willing to put their stamp of approval on this campaign in a contested primary, I want to specifically thank you, especially those of you who were with me on day one. Mayor Leary and Gaylor Baird, your trust in me to be the next city council member is something that I look forward to making you proud. To the current city councilwoman of Northwest Lincoln, Tammy Ward, thank you for your endorsement. You have made it to where I have the largest shoes to fill on the council, and I'm up to the task. Tammy Ward is an example of public servant leadership right there. Thank you, Tammy. Carl Estridge, thank you for being a friend and supporting this campaign from the very beginning. It's tough, you know, to convince Carl to support this campaign because for the last 8 years we've had a running competition of who the best looking guy in Northwest Lincoln is. So thank you for supporting this campaign. County Commissioner Krista Yoakum, who endorsed this campaign, I can't wait to serve Northwest Lincoln with you, and I can't wait to get you another 4 years in 2024. I hope everyone in this room is ready to re-elect Krista Yoakum. Sandra Washington, who I've called dibs to sit next to you on the council, thank you for endorsing this campaign. To Patsy Kojons, who's a friend and a mentor, thank you. And to Patty Pansy Brooks, who showed us that Democrats can compete at any level in any election when you work hard and when you run a positive campaign. And thank you, Patty. I also want to thank my team, because I can tell you with absolute certainty, I would not be on this stage right now without them. Henry Klein, my campaign manager, who's only a sophomore in high school, just managed a successful city council race. Henry, he is the rising star of this party. And anyone who's looking at running for office, get in line, because he's the guy. To my good friend Brandon Byer at the mayor's campaign, you believed in this campaign before anyone. And you supported me when I was wondering if this was even something I should do. Brandon, not only your support, but your friendship means the world.
We'll step away from Brody Weber there really quick, giving his victory speech, and Suzanne Geist is speaking now.
Right? Okay, so things didn't turn out the way we planned, and sometimes that happens, but that doesn't mean we stop. And those of you, and they're not you who are here tonight, but those of you that are listening who chose to not vote. Ooh. What is up with Lincoln? You must not want change, but that's okay. I mean, seriously, no, actually, it's not okay, right? It's not okay, because we're not going anywhere. We're gonna keep speaking. I did call the mayor, and, okay, I did call, and I said, please, listen to what the people who are following me have to say, because they're not being heard. And so I'm asking that those who are here tonight, those who voted for me, they want change and they want to be heard. So moving on, I need to give a few thanks to some really awesome people. Number one in my book, and number one probably in your book, because you know him too, is this guy. He is the master schlepper. I think they called you the professional. I call you the master schlepper. He does it all. He's the best. I could not do this without him, and I so love and appreciate you. And all these beautiful kids and grandkids. Because why I did this race to begin with, I tell you what, I've never run a race I've lost, and I don't know how to lose very well. But these kids so deserve a future. You guys, we have to do this. Moving forward, if you do not let your voice be heard, then you don't represent the people that you love. And these are my cherished possessions. Our kids, the kids they married, who we also say, you marry into our family, you're our kids. So we have 6 kids, not just 3. And between them, 9 kids. We've got more on the way. We are so blessed. Our life is so blessed. And they're right here. Right, I can't leave anyone out. Candace, Kim, Trisha, Mickey, Bryce, Ty, all of you who came into this race to help make this happen. The best staff, the best people who could ever run a campaign. We put all the chips on the table. We ran the table. We did a great job. These are the best people you could ever have in a campaign. Thank you. What do I say? Thank you. the best coordinator.
Thank you for stepping up to run. Can we give a round of applause to all our candidates? And I want to thank this lady right here who's wearing our team color blue. Thank you, Hannah, to the Lancaster County Democrats for all you do for our candidates. Thank you to Jane Club and Precious McKesson and all the folks at the NDP who've been out supporting our local races, helping us bring home a victory tonight. We give a round of applause to the Nebraska Democratic Party. I want to thank my campaign team. Kelly Cass, Brad Meyer, Candace, Jane, Tanner, Katie Gucci, and everyone who came into the office and made calls, and everyone who went out in the neighborhoods and knocked doors, everyone who signed postcards. Thank you. This is a people-powered campaign. We could not have done without this amazing campaign team. And I also want to thank previous mayors upon whose legacy we are building. I see Mayor Don Wesley in the house. Thank you, Mayor Wesley. Had a wonderful phone call with Mayor KOLN saying today she is thinking about all of you and sending her love. And of course, Mayor Beidler and his wife Judy, whose 12 years of service from City Hall just made all the difference for us. So thank you to all the previous mayors. Thank you. And then there are so many people who put boots on the ground and resources to help us compete, folks who endorsed, and I want you all to give the biggest round of applause. We've got Lincoln Firefighters Association in the house. Thank you, Lincoln Firefighters. We talk so much about public safety, and it's all of you who help deliver that result for our community. Thank you for your courageous service each and every day. And thank you to the conservation voters for Lincoln Central Laboring and all the hardworking people who stood up for working families and helped us bring home values tonight. Please give a round of applause to all of our working family friends. And thank you to my team in the mayor's office, whose story of service I got to tell again and again on my campaign trail. So many of them are here tonight. Jennifer and John and TJ and Ray and Amanda and Callie and just Jesse and all of you who are Dylan. I guess I'm Dylan. Thank you to the team at City Hall whose hard work every day is the story that we are telling and sharing. without whom I could not do this work. And I want to thank my husband Scott, my son Turner, my daughter Cleo, who are here, my daughter Ava, who cannot be here. My secret weapon, my sister Allison, who's here, my cousin Leanna, my brother-in-law Todd, and my mother-in-law Joyce, and my mom who is watching. Thank you to my family for making this possible, this service to our community. Together, we stood up for a bright and beautiful vision of this community. This is a community that we love to call home. We know it's safe, we know it's vibrant, we know it's growing, and we've got to keep it that way. We've got lots more work to do. This has been a triumph of our love for Lincoln over the politics of fear. Thank you, everyone. I love you.
Well, hearing there from Mayor-elect Lyrian Gaylor-Baird, again winning re-election as Mayor of Lincoln. Again, first elected back in 2019 and now re-elected here in 2023. Also heard from a number of the Democratic candidates who won elections tonight. Justin Carlson, Brody Weber on the city council. They're at the Democratic Watch Party. I believe that's at the Delray Ballroom. Again, we also heard from Suzanne Geist in her concession speech. Again, she's at Rosie's downtown. Again, she said she called the mayor, congratulated her, but again, obviously was disappointed with the way that the night turned out. Again, so big takeaway again from tonight is again obviously is Lyrian Gaylor-Baird winning re-election. Again, if we pull up some of the numbers again here, just for everyone to see. Again, Lyrian getting 54% of the vote to 46% for Suzanne Geist. Again, Lyrian getting 42,072 votes. There are still 3,000 early votes and 690 provisional and all resolution ballots that will be counted later this week. Again, when Lyrian was initially elected back in 2019, she got 33,692 votes. So again, increasing her vote total by almost 10,000 votes this go around 4 years later. Again, some of the city council races. Again, City Council District 1, this is Northeast District. Again, James Michael Bowers winning re-election there. Again, over Taylor Wyatt. 53% to 72% in that race. Again, separated by about 800 or so votes. City Council District 2. Again, this is Southeast District. Again, Tom Duden looks like going to be topping Bailey Fight, 55% to 45%. Again, Fight kind of had actually been leading for most of the evening until this last vote drop came in. And again, Tom Duden overtook her in that last vote drop. And again, and has a solid almost 3,000 vote lead. That's City Council District 2. City Council District 3, we heard from Justin Carlson, again at that Democratic Watch Party. He's winning over Alina Newman, 61% to 39% in that race. District 3 is the Southwest District 3. And then District 4, which is the Northwest District, Tammy Ward previously holding that seat. And Brody Weber, again, you heard from Brody there at that watch party. He beats Wayne Reinwald 59% to 41%. So that's the City Council. Lincoln Airport Authority Board of Directors. We were electing 2 individuals to the Airport Authority Board of Directors. And again, the top 2, Chris Stokes getting 32% of the vote, a little over 36,000 votes. Chris Hove coming in second, 28,891 votes, 26% of the vote, topping Vanessa Emlich and Nathan. Oh gosh. Again, we've had some, this is Janulevich coming in, Nathan Janulevich coming in fourth, 20% of the vote, a little over 22,000 votes for the Airport Authority Board of Directors. LPS Board of Education District 4, Annie, excuse me, been a long night. Annie Mumgard, 60% of the vote. Alana Bruliette, 40% of the vote. District 2, this is Piyush Srivastava, victorious over Emmy Pollen, 60% to 40%, and then District 6, Bob Ronner, 62%, Richard Aldag IV, 38%, will be taking home that seat. So again, that's kind of the list. Again, obviously the big one is the mayoral race there. So that should basically do it for us for our election coverage from the 1011 Now streaming studio. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in and for watching with us throughout the night tonight. Again, we will have breakdowns of everything, a look at concession speeches, victory speeches. All of that's going to be on 1011now.com here shortly. Again, I can see people working very diligently in the background to make getting all that content up and online. So again, appreciate everyone for tuning in and for watching. Again, as always, keep it tuned to 1011 Now on air and online for all of the latest news, weather, and sports, and hope everyone has a nice Tuesday night.